Hello viewers, welcome to White Ladder, your news partner on business and economy. In this video, you can find this week's news related to business and economy in a simplified manner. Before getting into the video, let me reveal the answer to the question of previous video. And the answer is option B, Calcutta. In 1937, its central office was permanently shifted to Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged startups to team up and manufacture toys in his 68th Mann Ki Baat address. He said that global toy industry is more than 7 lakh crore, but India's share is negligible. He added that in new educational policy, a lot of attention has been given on the impact of toys on different aspects of children's lives. He mentioned about Etikopaka toys and praised C.V. Raju from Visakhapatnam who is protecting these toys from extinction. He cited examples of places like Channapatna, Kundapalli, Tanjavur and Varanasi. India's GDP contracted by 23.9% in the first quarter. Agriculture has the growth rate of 3.4%. Trade, hotels, transport and communication saw 47% dip, while manufacturing sector shrank by 39.3%. Chief Economist of International Monetary Fund Geeta Gopinath said that India's GDP contraction was worst among the G20 economies. Muse Nanobots, a subsidiary of a tech startup Muse Wearables incubated by IIT Madras, has launched a nanotech coating for textiles that can inactivate the novel coronavirus within 5 minutes of contact. The coating lasts up to 60 washes at 70 degrees Celsius and does not show any leaching of chemicals. Tests have also shown that it is non-toxic to human cells and is comfortable to use. Adar Poonawalla, the Chief Executive Officer of vaccine maker Serum Institute of India, entered Fortune's Global 40 Under 40. Along with him, Baiju Ravindran, Isha Ambani and Akash Ambani were among the emerging leaders in Fortune's annual list of influential people under the age of 40. Flipkart launched an online wholesale service in India for small businesses. The company intends to compete with Amazon. Officially called Flipkart Wholesale is also available as a smartphone application. The company added that it hopes to list more than 2 lakh products in 2 months and have 50 brands and 250 local manufacturers in next few days. Reliance Retail, a subsidiary of Reliance Industries Limited, acquired Future Group's retail, wholesale, logistics, and warehousing businesses for $3.38 billion. And as per the non-competent clause, Kishore Biyani and his family cannot enter retail segment for the next 15 years, but he can do business in home retailing segment through hometown stores. On Monday, the Supreme Court of India dismissed review petition filed by Vijay Mallya challenging the order holding him guilty of contempt. And on Tuesday, Supreme Court granted 10 years to pay back AGR dues to telecom companies which they owe to the Department of Telecommunications. And by the end of the current financial year, they were supposed to pay 10% of the dues. Government of India banned 118 Chinese mobile applications. PUBG is one among them. Centre said that the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has received many complaints from various sources, including several reports about misuse of some mobile apps available on Android and iOS platforms for stealing and surreptitiously transmitting users' data. As per Global Innovation Index, India was at 48th place among 131 nations and at the third spot among innovative lower middle income economies in the world. The index is co-published by Cornell University, INSEAD and the WIPO based on more than 80 indicators. According to the ranking, Switzerland is the most innovative country, followed by Sweden. In G20 foreign ministers meeting, India has called upon governments around the world to ensure that interests of foreign students are protected and movement of stranded seafarers back to their home country. India's External Affairs Minister Subramanyam Jaishankar proposed development of voluntary G20 principles on coordinated cross-border movement of people. He also highlighted the steps taken by India during the pandemic, especially the Vande Bharat mission. Vodafone Idea Limited said that it will raise funds up to 25,000 crore rupees. The funds will be raised through a combination of equity and debt instruments. This decision was taken soon after Supreme Court's direction to telecom operators to pay 10% of total AGR related use this year. So friends, our video has come to an end. Before leaving, please answer to this question in the comment section. Who is the current managing director of World Bank? Answer will be revealed in a subsequent video. Please like, share and subscribe to White Ladder. Thank you for watching.